Hey guys, good evening. Hey, I just wanted to come on here and just um, talk about nursing documentation, documentation, and one of the problems of being just lazy and really not seeing how a patient is. I've been in the healthcare industry for over 30 years, and I had a pontoon stroke, and with that stroke, I have spasticity. I have a limited, unsteady gait. I have multiple falls with injuries. I'm always bruised and cut from falling. Um, my gait's really unsteady to the point where I kind of stumble at times, especially depending on how fatigued I am. And so, those of you that know, I got into a car accident and I have been going to these other physicians. And um, so, I mean, I have just significant um, limitations due to this. Uh, as a result of the stroke. And so these doctors that I'm seeing, I went and got copies of the chart, and it's documented. I have a normal gait, I have normal range of motion, and all of this stuff. And no mention of, limp, nothing. I mean, it says normal. There's no documentation of even, you know, I mean, anything, just anything. It says limited range of motion, normal. Well, it's not normal. And just because, they're seeing me for my shoulder, they do not recognize any effects of the stroke. And so it's really created a problem. And so I would think that, as doctors and nurses, when they're assessing somebody, I think it's important, to document it accurately, not just be lazy and just say normal, because you don't want to take the time to be descriptive and be appropriate and be accurate. And so, now, after being a nurse for so long, I now realize, from the patient's view of, if people don't document like they should and accurately, then there's all these ramifications of financial plus physical, because, you know, it, you know, you have to I have to go to another doctor, to my primary care physician, to document the effects of the stroke. And so, and every time you go, you have to pay. So it would be so much easier for the patient if, when you go to document something, you document it accurately. Um, I know it takes time, because I remember what it was like to be on the unit and always be rushed and always have 10 things to do at once. And, but it's taken the time to do it, long range. I'm 2.5 years out of from when I had the stroke. And, I mean, I've made significant gains, but there's still some things that I have a lot of trouble with. And, the lack of documentation is only compounding that. So I think that, the harder, the more accurately you can document, it makes it so much easier. And from the documentation from them, I got no picture of how I am at all. And I think it's important for healthcare workers to um, document these things that are just simple and so basic. And you can see these visually, and it's not like something you have to test for. And but although you can, I've taken umpteen thousand of them. But if you don't document that accurately, then it's not good for the patient, because now I feel like, oh shit, I'm sorry, you know, am all these things in my head? You know, is my inability to write in my head, is my spasticity, you know, my I don't really think I have cognitive problems, but I think the more fatigued I get, the slower it gets. Like you can't, if I'm fatigued and someone comes up to me and they're giving me a lot of information at one time, I can't I can't process all that. I have to say, wait a minute, you're going too fast. You know, please slow down. Um, and I just think it's now I know why my nursing instructor said document, 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 because I definitely see both sides of the coin. And I know when I do return back to nursing that that is something that I'm going to work harder at. Being more appropriate and accurate in in my documentation, and taking the time. And I know it's going to be hard, but it's something that I think all healthcare workers have a responsibility to do. Number one, but they, you know, from a patient's financial standpoint, the more accurate the documentation, the easier it is for them, because they can get what they need. And I just wanted to reach out to everybody and share that, because it was a real eye opener for me. And I just wanted to share that experience with you. And maybe help somebody understand that, you know, nursing instructors aren't just telling you to document just for the hell of it. They're telling you to document not only to save your license, but also save a patient. And you know, I know when I return to work, I'm going to take that very seriously. It's going to be a very high priority for me to do the best that I can. And I just wanted to share that with you, and that was just my thoughts on it. And I just I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that, you know, I have a good support system that, you know, is going to be there. And I'm not destitute. You know, I mean, I'm definitely financially strapped. I know this is kind of a low point, and I'm gonna end up, something's gonna happen, a door's gonna open, there's gonna be something. Um, but I just want to thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe and follow. Actually, I am gonna have to get off because I'm doing a Zoom OT for a Zoom for OT students. It's where we offer, you know, our expertise and our knowledge as a patient to try to help them become better providers. And I think one of the things that I will do with them as well is talk about documentation and how important it is from their aspect as OTs. Because you know, I never knew how important OT, ST, and PT was until I needed them. And I saw what they did, I experienced what they did. It provided me with growth and just wanting to do better. And so helping them become better providers, and hopefully improve their education. Um, so anyway, so thank y'all for watching, and just keep following. Have a good night.